Well, guys, here I am back again in Lady Blue. Got the four ways on. She's got an Eden Fuller, 18 speed. Shoot, stalled her. Now, what I'm going to try and do is actually use my mirrors this time to back into the trailer, which is very difficult for me, guys. My vision is still pretty bad, all things considered, but, well, it's good, it's not great, but, so this proves to be a bit of a challenge here. Alright. Put it in neutral. Get out and see how bad I did, how far away I am. Actually, straighten her up a bit and then I'll be golden. That wasn't too bad as far as using mirrors go. Air brake on. Let's actually start the truck. I'm going to try it in second high, see how bad this does with the trailer on. Air brake off. Not terrible. Oh. Going a little too close to that curb there. That's mostly because I held the clutch in. You know what would be great? Headlights, probably. Too close to that fence for my comfort level. We're on a curb, so that's why the truck's bouncing up and down. There we go. Put a turn signal on so people know that we're exiting here. I know there's a stop sign that I just blew through, but it's kind of late. And in Nevada, you know, there's nobody really doing anything. So, want to talk to you guys about a little bit of something here. I've got school in a week, which stinks. So, not really looking forward to it, guys, but hey, we all can't be independently wealthy and stay home or go to a job that we absolutely love. I know, you guys are saying, don't worry, it'll be great. I hope so, guys. I mean, I can't really complain, I'm almost through it. Wow. After driving the Freightliner trying to float gears, this baby actually does a lot better. She doesn't grind as much floating gears, so I can see why a lot of truckers do it. I know they're not really driving the Classic XL as much, and they're more driving, around me, I think they're driving more of the Peterbilts, but, as I cause an accident. I know they're driving more Peterbilts around me, and they're also driving more of the Freightliner Columbias or Cascadias. So, but I know through school I've seen a couple of Peterbilts riding around. I've seen a couple of Freightliners riding around. International's another one. You see fewer of them, but But going back to school, I mean, I got to take another Spanish, and then I'm almost done with that. So stay tuned. You might see more videos of Spanish where I'm struggling to master a language and have to try to be as fluent as possible. But it is what it is. Low gears still need the clutch. It's high gears I don't. That's another thing. I mean, I love double shifting and all and floating gears, but you really need to focus and coordinate what you're doing. I know driving one of these, you practically need a degree to drive a semi-truck these days, but because they're so complex, it's not like the old days where it was like 2 sticks, double clutch. But I still love it. I can't complain. I still love driving. Now, the reason why I love driving is probably just how free you feel, how independent it makes you feel. Because, I mean, also, too, like, I see all the motorcyclists, especially around springtime at school. And that's the main reason I don't like school. I feel like kind of feels like claustrophobic a little bit. Kind of feels like I'm locked in, you know? I can't get away. But other than that, everything else is cool. I mean, I can't really complain. I haven't done poorly. I mean, the last class I took, which was just last semester, which was just one class, I ended up getting a B, and it was one of my hardest subjects. I'm done with math for school, so. And then after this, I'm done with Spanish. I've got two more semesters, so about a year left, but when you do something, and college typically takes about 4 years, but they're saying most people don't graduate. Most people it takes 5 now, and I didn't want to become like most people. I wanted to be out in 4, wanted to be in the work world by my last semester. I wanted to be able to graduate and get a job, but that didn't happen. I mean, I just feel like I'm spending a lot of time and I'm not doing a lot of good. I'm not providing a lot of people with the thing, I'm not doing as much good as I could. I feel like it's kind of squandering me, having me be in a university environment instead of being in work. It's not really bringing me any income. I mean, I guess you could say the grades and the good feeling and the sense of achievement, because I know it's hard to hear somebody complain about something good. So, I mean, I know you guys don't like hearing that. It would be like if somebody complains to me about driving. So, the way I look at college, though, it's a 24 karat gold chain of chains. Yes, that is a lyric from 24 karat gold off of Stevie Nicks' most recent album. So, but everybody sees it as this white elephant. Sees it as this white elephant too. It's something nice and it's wonderful, but it's so hard to keep up and so hard to maintain. I try my best. I try to stay positive about it, but again, I like saying it's a 24 karat gold chain of chains, and everybody likes it. I tell people that I go to the University of Delaware in my neighborhood, and they're all surprised because they think I'm rich or something. I don't know why they think I'm rich or something, but I mean, to me, I guess I'm not really seeing it from the outside point of view. I mean, most of my family went to University of Delaware, but we've always, I guess, been kind of bright. So, but that's enough of my complaining. I will say I'm a little excited to get back into it. The sooner I go through it, the sooner I get it done, is just the mindset I'm going to keep with it. Any of you guys college graduates out there and got any advice for somebody who just doesn't want to go back, wants to just hop out into the world? Yeah, let me know in the comment section. Although I gotta say, it's been fun. I don't come home stressed about a lot of things anymore with school. You know, I was a little stressed during the school year, worrying about how my grades are gonna go and all that stuff, but you live through enough. I got through it. I don't worry about that anymore at all. So, you know, worse, I feel I got a good sense of self on that. You know, if something goes wrong, just talk to the professor as soon as there's something I don't understand. Wait for them to go to office hours, and that's the advice I would give to anyone who's going to university or school. You know, even if you're young in high school, there's something you're not understanding. Try to catch the teacher after class. When did the speed limit go back down to 55? It was 70. Ah well, engine brake time. There we go. That's about the sweet spot for this truck. You know, right there at about the 10,000 RPM range. That's where you're getting the most power, but you're not overworking your engine. You shift at 1500 RPMs, but that's what I like to do. So, that's another thing too about school. You know, I've always kind of seen myself as a working man, every man's man. People with money, you know, always kind of got on my nerves. And I'm starting to realize now that maybe that's the personality conflict. Maybe that's why I don't really like going to school and being amongst people, because I feel they judge me. But maybe in a weird twist of events, in an ironic type deal, maybe I'm the one who's judging them too hard. I mean, they tell me not everybody there is rich, but it's kind of hard to think about that when you see like a Mercedes-Benz, a BMW, 2016 Mustang, you know, like all the new cars. Meanwhile, you're sitting there riding the public transportation. So, I mean, I've even seen a Maserati go around there every once in a while. So, but I'm not really jealous of them, because they probably got to put up with more, you know, things than I have to. And also, too, you know, I know some of those kids there actually have to worry about blending in, where it's like me, I really don't care. Shoot, I wore a camouflage jacket in the winter. And I didn't blend in at all. Nobody around there wore camouflage till I started doing it. People loved my jacket, but you know, it's all about the brands too there. Kids love the expensive brands. I don't care. I think this semester I'm going to try to get my hands on a couple of motorcycle t-shirts, you know, Triumph, Honda, Harley. Just because I like motorcycles, not because I really care too much about the brands, but and it's what I like. You know, I'm your black t-shirt, blue jeans type of guy. So, I try to be the everyman's man. Because it's just, honestly, that's what I feel comfortable in. Jeans year-round and t-shirts. Because to me, it's kind of like what you see is what you get. You can't hide much when you're wearing a t-shirt, really. I mean, I guess you can in a way. You can buy bigger t-shirts to hide your gut, or what I've noticed is, because I usually wear about 2XL, 3XL, because I just like them to bag, but you know, the tighter your a little bit on the tight side, a little bit more fitted at your clothes, you kind of seem to have less of a belly. So Just a little piece of fashion advice from your friend Kevin A. Creedon. Not that I'm one to give people fashion advice. Shoot, I mean, have you seen my glasses? They're 1980s flashback. Well, there's the one pair of the black frame aviators, the black wire frame aviators, and then there's a nice big brownish reddish aviator style that I wear. So that's another thing. You know, fashion, I hear a lot of people talk about fashion, and just what gets me about it is I've always seen clothes as something you wear just to either A, be comfortable, or something you like. Within reason, I wouldn't try to subscribe to all the fashion magazines and what they say. And the weird thing is, I started wearing things before they were fashionable too. I started wearing fedoras before everybody started wearing fedoras in high school, so my thinking of that was just, I don't look like the typical guy. I'm not super handsome or super pretty. Yeah, I'm doing that on purpose. I know guys are handsome, women are pretty. But about that, you know, I just wore fedoras because I like fedoras, and apparently everybody else liked fedoras after they see me in that. My theory is I look kind of different. I don't look that great, so not that I really care too much about how I look. So, but I guess everybody figured if I look decent in a fedora, then they might as well. Also, remember there was like 1940s leather racing motorcycle style jackets. I was the first one to have one. It was an awesome one, man. It was like black imitation leather with a brown stripe up the sleeves and down the torso of the coat itself. Man, it was cool. My mom and brother tried to talk me out of it so fast because it was my freshman year of high school. They're like, "You're going to get laughed at. You know, it looks like a big guy in a little coat," is what my mom actually said. I didn't care. I'm like, "Nah, I like this. This looks cool. I think it looks good on me." So my mom went along and actually bought it for me. It wasn't terribly expensive. It was like a $40 coat anyway. So probably not real leather. Like I said, imitation most likely, but still looked cool, still fit well. And we are over revving. There we go. I'm noticing with this truck versus that Freightliner, there's not a lot of room for error when it comes to revving your engine. There's a close range of revs in this truck versus with the Freightliner, you got a lot of room to rev. Of course, there I go getting cocky again, almost crashing to a pole. Awesome, while I'm looking at my RPM gauge. Time to downshift. There we go. Yeah, I also learned my lesson the hard way. You kind of have to downshift when you get to town because there's a lot of people who will just stop. You know, there's red lights and stuff that just sneak up on you. I hit a Jeep when I was talking to my friend driving. Everybody was fine. I just bumped into it. I didn't really hit it that hard, so. There we go. You still get a little bit of grindy grind in here. And also, a nice thing about this truck is the mirrors still work. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's not good for the transmission. That's rough on the trans. I was also told you know, after watching a couple of trucking channels, they're like, yeah, you shouldn't float gears. I know everybody does it, but it's hard on your transmission. Transmissions are not made to do that, so. I mean, one of my friends, his dad has been driving a truck for like 28 years, just retired. It's like, oh yeah, I don't even use the clutch to shift. I'm like, what? Oh, speeding. Like, I also know okay, not every trucker, guys. Don't jump on me for this, but, you know, every once in a while, I'm pretty sure a truck driver speeds. Well, shoot, in certain parts of the country, I know, there's like no speed limits. I think it's like Idaho. You could just be going like 80 miles an hour. There's no speed limit. They don't care. But also, too, part of that is because of safety. There's like nothing there. People have like hundreds of miles till farms, like hundreds of acreage for farms. And you might not see another person for like 5 hours. Yeah. This intersection. I do not like this intersection, man. This is such a weird interchange here. Anybody coming? Oh, no. Yeah, such a weird interchange. Oh, I'm driving on the wrong side. Uh-oh. Well, time to do the most important thing. Put my four-way hazards on and get over into the next lane as soon as I can. There we go. That's one reason why I don't like that intersection. That and because you go on an on-ramp to get onto this intersection. Actually, I think this is the most trucker-related video I've had where I actually start talking more about driving and trucking than, you know, anything else. Like I've said in previous videos, I mostly use this as a tool, just to tell you stories and stuff, so. What are they warning us about here? Narrow turns. Oh, okay, yeah, narrow turns. Or hairpin, I guess, hairpin turns. Trust me, I don't like taking anything too fast. Both hands on the wheel this time, taking this turn. I mean, this is a little nerve-wracking, but I'll get up into speed after this. I think I can turn my highs down too. Yeah, it's not that dark. Oh, we got a little town coming up. That's awesome. You know what that means? Downshift time. Ah, clutch. Oh, I didn't like that. I'm also going to put it in 7th low. Sixth high. There we go. Come on, baby, warm up. There we go, there we go. Yeah, I'm realizing as much as I love trucking, I know absolutely nothing about driving these. It's mostly luck that I've gotten this far in the game. There we go. Man, that beautiful, beautiful country scenery. I think I've mentioned it before. I love driving through Northern California in this game. We're doing about 40. We've got a couple more serpents going uphill though, so that'll cut down on the power plant. I suddenly realized why Allie Knight actually, when she does trucking jobs, like when she records where she's going, there's little music breaks and stuff. It's not easy to drive and talk all the time. But also too, her videos are like either a little bit longer or maybe a little bit shorter than mine. So I don't know, guys. I'm also seeing there's a decline in viewership of these videos, but hey, it is what it is. Like I've said before, I take you guys along with my rides because maybe you want to watch them, maybe you don't. And also too, again, what you get, what you see is what you get. There's no fancy frills or wonderful camera work or great editing in these videos. I mean, shoot. And I'm not forcing positivity here. So. But I think maybe if I was a little bit more positive, I might have more of a audience. What do you guys think? Oh. Oh no. Oh snap. That was cool. Awesome. So I just went into the high range, like the other range of gears, hit the shifter, didn't hit the clutch, just hit the range splitter, and then actually just revved it up to 1500 and it just went into the next range. Awesome. The little things you learn. This truck's also got a character of its own. I mean, I love Lady Blue, but she can be cranky sometimes. Lady Blue, she can be cranky too. another thing to be with the diecast side of this, of my channel, I'm actually planning on, or going to try to get an exact replica of Lady Blue in 1/64 scale. I think that would be awesome. I'd love to get my layout up and then have Lady Blue on it, you know, just driving past all the trains. For those of you who don't understand why I'm calling this truck Lady Blue, there you go. I think I handled that pretty well. Didn't really use the brake, just clutch downshifted her and then let off the gas and drove into my turn. Of course I got lucky there. I didn't know my exit was coming up that close. I should remember that. The life of a trucker. The life of a virtual trucker. I gotta stop talking about driving, because the way I talk about driving semis, I mean, a lot of people tend to think that I actually have driven real semis. It'd be nice, but I don't think they could find a parking lot big enough for me to drive. Plus, I'd probably need to learn how to drive how to work a manual transmission too. They say what I'm doing is fairly close, but I don't think so. I just hate to kill a transmission on somebody's work vehicle. That'd be the worst. I mean, if you got like an old truck that you don't care about, or an old car that you don't care about, and you teach somebody how to drive on that, that's pretty good, but not a lot of people have that option these days. Plus, cars are more disposable, I'm realizing. I mean, you used to have good old American iron and chrome and everything. Now it's like, still American, but it's steel and aluminum. Beautiful farm countryside. I didn't tell you guys where we were going. I don't even know myself, really. Maps and the GPS. We could be going to a vineyard. Could not be going to a vineyard. Could be going to another Walmart up here. Could be going to my future house. Nah, I'm kidding. I talk about moving to California a lot, just mostly because of the beautiful weather. I mean, the cold, we all know the cold gets to me. I also love spray painting too, and, you know, everybody's like, how can you stand these 90 degree and 100 plus degree weather days? I'm like, pretty easy. I just go out into the shed and spray paint. I mean, also too, jeans year round. I mean, when it gets like 100 plus, I stop wearing black jeans. I'll wear like blue. So. Well, guys, it looks like we're coming up on our destination real quick. Or real soon. I guess I don't need that turn signal they're saying this is an exit. Alright, well, it's not the worst thing that could have happened. No accidents so far. There I am jinxing myself. We're going to put it in for high. Yes. Oh! You went for it. Yep, just jinxed myself. Ah, well. Wasn't that bad, really. Nobody was terribly hurt. Holding in the clutch and the brake at the same time, trying to get over. Hopefully somebody's nice and will let me in. There we go. Oh. Where am I trying to go? Over there. Alright. This is highly illegal. I advise none of you try this. Come on, baby. Good girl. You did that smoothly. Don't think I hit anyone, I just think I hit my truck. Alright, we are going to do this straight because I've taken enough of your guys' time and really wasn't feeling too chatty today. That's, you know, it comes and goes, I guess. Oh, no. That's what we want. Well, thanks for hanging with me, guys. I'm glad you were here for the ride. Sorry I wasn't too, you know, optimistic, too chatty, I guess you could say. I'm optimistic. I mean, there's nothing horrible going on. I do have to go back to school, but it's not a total tragedy. Maybe I'll meet somebody. Maybe I'll have fun. That would be nice. Meet somebody, have fun, go out, have a couple of drinks, talk about music, cars. See how bad I did. Oh, I did terrible. I'm not even really in the lines. Alright guys, that's enough of that. I'll see you in the next one. Well, they're saying I did excellent, so. Alright guys, later.